What's going on, guys? WhiteFox1225 here with another video. Today we got more news on the Elder Scrolls Online, which was surprising because the huge Morrowind announcement came yesterday. But ESO did announce a Road Ahead article, or they did publish a Road Ahead article, and basically they told us how they're going to be releasing content from now on, and what we can expect content wise from this year besides just the player housing update and the Morrowind expansion. We're going to start off the video by talking about what's coming this year. As we already know, player housing is coming this month. It's coming on the 6th for the PC and 21st for the Xbox One and PS4. After that, sadly the next DLC won't be until quarter 2, when the Morrowind expansion launches on all platforms on June 6th. In quarter 3 we'll be getting a dungeon pack that's probably a lot like the Argonian dungeon pack we got last year. And in quarter 4 we'll get a story DLC, something the size of Orsinium or the Dark Brotherhood. That's a pretty good amount of content. The only thing I'm not too happy about is there's not going to be a DLC between player housing and the Morrowind expansion. That means we're going to have about 5 months of no content for ESO, but hopefully the Morrowind expansion will be big enough to make up for that. Another thing that kinda sucks is this means ESO Plus is going to go a whole year without any free content coming with the subscription. The last DLC we got for free with our ESO Plus subscription was the Argonian dungeon pack, and the next DLC we'll get for free is the dungeon pack coming in quarter 3 this year. That means a whole year without content, and to me that's pretty ridiculous. I could rant about this all day, but I'll make a separate video on ESO Plus in a few days. But overall, I think the content coming out is going to be really good, and I'm really excited. You know, people have wanted player housing for a really long time, me included. The Morrowind expansion I think is the coolest thing to ever happen to this game. The dungeon pack I don't care about too much, but I know a lot of endgame players will really enjoy that one. And then quarter 4 will have another story DLC, which Sauce always does a good job with. When you think about it, we're going to get a lot more content this year than we did last year. Last year we got 2 story DLCs, the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, which both were great, and then we got the dungeon pack and the Tamriel 1 update, so 2 story DLCs and a dungeon pack. But this year we're getting the player housing update, the whole expansion for Morrowind, a story DLC, and a dungeon pack. So overall we're going to get a lot more content this year than we did last year. In this article, Zenimax also announced the way they're going to be releasing content from this point forward. So after this year, you can expect a story DLC in the first quarter every year. You can also expect a whole new expansion coming every year, something the size of Morrowind that we're going to get this year. Zenimax is calling these chapters, and one is going to come every year in the second quarter, probably around the summertime like this one. A dungeon pack will be coming in the third quarter of every year, and a story DLC will come in the fourth quarter. Personally, I'm pretty happy with this release schedule. The really cool thing is we're getting an expansion, or a new chapter as they call it, every single year. They said we're going to get new classes and new systems like we saw with the PvP Battlegrounds, and just more than you could ever expect from a DLC. And I think it's going to just keep the game alive and keep pumping more and more content, and it's going to be cool to get a whole new release every year and just get a whole bunch of content at once. On top of that expansion, we're getting 2 smaller story DLCs, again like the Orsinium or the Dark Brotherhood or something like that. And then also a dungeon pack, which is also very cool. And again, I'm just really happy that we're going to get more and more content for this game. The only thing I'm upset about is the ESO Plus membership becoming less valuable, but I'll make a separate video on that in a few days. Tell me below what you guys think of this new release schedule. If you guys liked the video, give it a like, and if you want to see more ESO content, I'm always making videos, so if you do want to see that, hit the subscribe button. Thank you guys as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.